What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going over the question, should you start an accounting firm in 2024? Well, basically 2025. It's like a month and a half away. Anyways, getting back to the main question, should you actually start an accounting firm in 2024? Obviously, I run and operate my own accounting firm. I'm in a couple of different partnerships with people who run their own accounting firm, as well as I help accountants and CPAs transition from a 9-to-5 corporate position into starting, growing, and scaling their own accounting firm. So obviously, I'm going to say yes, I think you should, but I want you to hear why I think that, because anyone who does something can say, yeah, you should do this. Well, it's easy for you to say because you're doing it. Now, my main reason before starting anything, and this is going for business or investments, before I start anything, I want to know if it's going to be profitable. If it's not going to be profitable, it has to be a super strong cause or a super strong passion to do that, to invest in this, to start this business. If it's to save all the starving dogs and cats in the world and I'm guaranteed to make it work, but I'm not going to get a profit, sure, I'm fine with that. But if I'm going to start something, I want it to profit. I want to make money on it, okay? There's no point in starting something if you're just going to either lose money or just break even, because now you're just going to waste time, okay? And the number one determinant is of telling whether something is going to be profitable is if there's demand, and more specifically for starting up a business. If you're going to start up a business that's not really in demand, no one's going to buy your services. And if you don't have people buying your services, you're not going to have revenue. And if you don't have revenue, you're definitely going to have expenses. I can guarantee it. But without revenue, you're going to be either making no profit or you're going to be negative. First thing that I want to know is it going to be profitable? Accounting, guaranteed, it is 100% profitable. I have seen some people run their firm the complete opposite, the way that I would run my own firm, and their profit margins are like 20 to 30%, and even they are profiting like a minimum 150 grand. And the operation that they have is so backwards. Like I was speaking with a gentleman. He was roughly between the age of 50 or 60. I don't quite know. I never asked. That would have been weird. But he had been operating and running his own accounting firm for about 25 years. And he's telling me how he's doing things. He's telling me his entire structure, how he operates his staff, how he gets clients, how he delegates, stuff like that. And he's telling me that he's netting to himself, after paying taxes, expenses, everything, he's netting to himself. I think it was $180,000 every single year. And I thought, holy crap, this guy, if he were to tweak this or tweak that, getting a phone call. If he were to tweak this or tweak that and change this up and change that up, he would be making or netting at least 220, maybe 240. You know, here is someone who doesn't quite know what they're doing, or at least they're doing it wrong, and they're still making a huge profit. So to answer that main question that I have, or my main first barrier is the business. Is it going to bring me a profit? Yes. Accounting will 100% bring you a profit. Even if you operated it completely backwards and you sucked at it. Yes, you will make a profit, guaranteed. Reason number 2 is you can operate this virtually. You can also operate it with a brick and mortar location, but you can 100% operate it virtually. There are plenty of cloud bookkeeping companies out there, plenty of cloud payroll companies out there, plenty of cloud accounting and tax companies out there. There are so many of them where people are transitioning to the cloud and they're more comfortable with virtual work. And a huge part of that has to be because of COVID. Like before COVID, if you were a virtual firm, I'm sure that you would still be somewhat successful, but nowhere near what you would be right now. And the reason why virtual has to be a category, at least for me, is we're in 2024, about to be 2025. If you're going to start a business, why would you not do it virtually? It cuts your expenses in half. You don't need to pay rent. You don't need a mortgage. You don't need to bring anything out or hire in-house employees or whatever. It doesn't matter. You can operate it virtually 100% from your laptop, computer, whatever. I personally rent out an office space, but that is mainly because I mentally like to have a separate space from my home to my office. Some days I like to work 12, 15-hour days. Other days I only want to work 2 hours. And when I go into that building or that facility, it makes it a lot easier to transition into work mode. Like when I'm feeling lazy and tired and I wake up at 10 o'clock in the morning, I cook breakfast and stuff. I don't want to then go to my table where I just had breakfast. I don't want to start working. I'm mentally not in that working space. I want to have breakfast, take a shower, leave my house, and go to a separate location. And the second I walk through those doors, I am now in work mode. And it makes it that much easier to work those 12, 14, 15 hour days. Now, not saying that is going to happen to you. I just like working that long. Like some days I get sprints where I can literally work 20-hour days. Other days I can't work for more than 1 or 2 hours. So it all really depends. Anyways, it has to be virtual, and accounting, you can 100% make it virtual. And number 3 is going to be the lifespan. How long is this going to be around? In 2015, we see drop shipping be the new thing, but that died off in 2017, and I think Amazon FBA took its place. In 2017 to 2018 or 19, that dropped off, and then social media marketing popped up, and running ads and content agencies and everything like that during COVID was the new big thing. That's completely died off now. There's been innovations, there's been new tech, there's been new laws and rules. In 2021 or 2022, I think it was copywriting. In fact, I think copywriting is still in the trending area. That's now died off. You've got AI that can replace like 80% of what the copywriting does. Now, I believe the trending business model is growth operator, basically where you get with a famous person and you tell them that you'll start a community with them and you'll sell that monthly community to the famous person's followers. That is slowly dying out. Now, with accounting, it's never really been trendy and it's never had any kind of spikes or anything like that, which I'm very glad. I'm very happy, because if we were to get a spike, not to say that it wouldn't be impossible, but the competition would obviously go up. As with anything, the more people do something, competition goes up. And I don't think accounting will, because what happens is when you hear the word accounting and tax and bookkeeping, 99% of the people's brains just shut off. They go, oh, just leave it to my accountant, just leave it to my assistant, leave it to my secretary, leave it to my bookkeeper. They don't want to think about that, And especially business owners. And that's how it's so easy to get clients, is at the end of the day, you can be completely straight up with the business owner. And you could be like, hey, I know and you know that you don't want to do this. I'm offering this service. Let's make a deal. It's not as straightforward as that, but essentially it kind of is. And that's one thing that I love about this kind of business, is there's no trending it going up and down or anything. One year you're in demand and the next year no one wants to talk to you, and the next year you're back in demand and all that. Accounting is a steady line all the way up. Okay? Part of that is because if people don't file any kind of tax returns, the government goes bankrupt, and the government is not going bankrupt. Government will always have money, and the only way that they can get that money is by going straight to your bank account or filing tax returns. They're not going to go straight to your bank account, so they make everyone file a tax return and pay their taxes. 99% of the people don't want to do that, so they hire accountants. That's basically demand 101 with accounting, and that is how it is in such huge demand. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today. Those are 3 reasons why I think starting an accounting firm in 2024 and 2025 will be one of the best decisions that you have ever made, simply due to those 3 factors. If you guys want to learn more about how to start your own accounting firm, then check out the links down below. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.